Hi, welcome to the ArtAandA podcast, number 34, with Leslie Davidson and the ArtAandA'Entrepreneur.com. Now, today I'm following up with the series of artist myths, originally written by Aletta DeWall over at The Creative Catalyst. And this week we're going to talk about artist myth number 2, which is, artist myth number 4, which is a true artist lives free without structure. And Aletta talks about how some artists believe that their vocation as an artist allows them to be a free spirit without adherence to rules or normal boundaries, and feel that they can push against business restraints. And generally, the idea is that your artist career is a business, and you can be creative without offending the entire business community and people that you're working with in partnerships. Because, no artist business or artist career ever becomes successful with just you as an artist alone. All success is always dependent upon gathering together great people who work really well together and build businesses together and build success together for the group. And that's a lot easier to manage when everyone's adhering to the same structure, like meeting on time and that kind of thing. And when I read this post, it reminded me of a process called Saturn Returns, which happens around your 30th birthday in astrology. And the idea is it brings with it restriction and boundaries. And the idea is that through your 20s, you can live very free, live the artistic life and do what you want and not have a lot of responsibilities or boundaries or structure. But Saturn Returns brings focus and structure and boundary and responsibility to your life, which actually helps you build a career and build a foundation. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. Without a proper container, nothing can be created. So without a structure and without a foundation and without adherence and focus to a goal, you actually are going to have a really difficult time creating any substantial art business at all. Your success is going to come from small, repeated effort towards a focused goal, be that gallery shows, a body of work, a book, a licensing deal. All of these are fantastic, legitimate, realistic goals, but they'll only be accomplished within structure. A daily studio time that you adhere to, following your goals and meeting your deadlines. Meeting deadlines is actually huge in the art world. There are plenty of artists who may not be as talented as others, but continually get work because they're reliable and meet their deadlines. If you miss a deadline, you're out. No one wants to work with you. Your publishers, editors, creative directors, they don't want to work with artists who miss deadlines. They don't care what your problem is. They don't care about your story. What they care about is getting their publication to print on time and their piece ready on time, whatever it is. You're just, as an artist, you're one piece cog in a wheel of a much larger machine. That sounds so unartistic, I'm sorry, but it's true. Get over it, really. Work within a structure, work within deadlines, work in a timetable, be on time, meet your deadlines, adhere to a focus to create what you want in your art business. Okay. Like for me, I flitted around and did a lot of stuff in my 20s. And it was a lot of fun, but at the same token, I was making hardly any money, and so didn't have any money to have fun with. And that's a drawback to having this flittery kind of creative lifestyle, is you're not going to earn any money, like at all. Money takes work, money takes effort, money takes focus and intention. Again, I don't say this to bum you out, but it's just the way it is. Okay, so the reaction lab. Here are some things that you can do. Some of us have difficulty with productivity and keeping focus. So Google has a lot of productivity tools. You can Google a lot of productivity tools and things to help you keep organized. One of my favorites is Things, which I talk about on the blog, and Evernote. They are two of the most fantastic tools that I've ever used to keep organized. Use your calendar. If you're on Gmail, you have a whole calendar, which will actually email you alerts and stuff too, to remind you of stuff that you need to get done. If you happen to be absent-minded or whatnot, I personally like to not have to think about it. I want to put it into my calendar, put it into my things, and have it automatically scheduled to come up, because I won't remember. And I have multiple alarms on my phone. 2 days before, a day before, then an email on the day of whatever it is that I'm doing. And bam, I've got it. I don't expect to remember everything going on in my schedule, so I use the tools to help. You can get to-do lists. That's on your Google Calendar as well. I have iCal, which is fantastic. It also does those things. Consider when your most productive times are. Not everyone works 9 to 5. So if you're most productive between 11 at night and 3 in the morning, try and schedule your life and schedule your studio time to accommodate that. If you're looking to get a day job to supplement your income, maybe consider getting something that's not a regular, not a regular 9 to 5. Consider maybe getting a part-time night shift or something like that, if it works for your peak creativity, because you want to organize your life around when you get the most done, right? In your studio. That's what we're going for here. Okay. I also set timers on my phone. I'll set a timer if I'm going to take a break and play like a video game. I'll set a timer for 20 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever I've decided is enough of a break. Because video games you can get lost in. Same with surfing the net and reading webcomics, and going on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You can get totally absorbed in the interesting content that's there and lose track of time. So I set a timer and I adhere to it. When it goes off, I turn off what I'm doing and go back to work. The same time, I will set my timer for half an hour to 45 minutes when I'm working, half an hour generally, and then I'll take a minute to get up and walk around and stretch or get a drink or whatever. So give yourself some time to break as well. Give yourself repeated breaks so that you can stretch if you need to. I mean, sometimes I just turn it off and I ignore it, or I'll reset it because I'm not ready to break right then. But give yourself some break time, some relax time, some stress and whatever. Because I know when you're creating, you can get really hunched in over your art. Make sure you take time to stretch out your body. Creating art is a physical exercise. You're using your body to create, and there can be a lot of energy focused into that. So make sure that you take some time to stretch out and take care of your body and feed yourself and nourish yourself for the task at hand. Right. You need to commit to a regular work schedule for your art. Commit to it, make it a priority, and stick with it. It's almost like exercise. It's exactly like exercise. So if you've decided that this block of time in a day is when you're going to create, do it. Don't let anything come in between. That's your priority. Make it a priority. It will become a priority. Other people in your life will treat it as a priority because you do. Ideally, you've got a spot set up in your house that's devoted to your art. I mean, a room would be great, but even if it's just a table or a nook or whatever, because it's great to have a space where you don't have to clean up every time, where you can leave your stuff out so it's ready for you the next time. That's ideal. Work towards that if you can. Okay, that's pretty much it. The overriding message here is that you need to prove that you're reliable as a business person, that you're not just an artist who is falling into a stereotype of a flaky, unreliable, artistic sensibility, which is really, it is a myth. The professional artists that are successful are business people. They're reliable, responsible, mature, dependable. They arrive on time. They do what they say they're going to do. They participate and they pull their weight. End of story. Hooray. Okay, thanks for listening. Check out the website, which is theartistasentrepreneur.com or, LeslieDavidson.com, LesleyDavidson.com. If you like the podcast, or even if you hate it, go over there and... No, I'm just kidding. Please don't say anything if you hate it. That's just going to make me cry. I'm sensitive. So head over to iTunes and give me a rating or a comment. That would be awesome. And thanks for listening, as always. Please give me feedback if there's anything that you'd like me to talk about on the podcast. I've got more interviews coming up, which are fun. I really like doing interviews. If you'd like to be interviewed, let me know. We could talk about that. That could be fun. Funsies. If you want me to talk about a particular art supply or you have a question about art supplies or techniques, come over to the website, leave me a comment, or email me at leslie@lesliedavidson.com. Excuse me. So thanks again, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.